Here we bring Karthikeyan and All India 28th rank in the CA final May 24 attempt. He has done a phenomenal job and we would be talking to him. First of all, let me warmly welcome Karthik. Karthik, you're most welcome and huge
Yeah, sir.
congratulations for such a phenomenal feat.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, Karthik, I know you speak a little less, right? You are not an extrovert by any stretch of imagination because I've been teaching you. So, but I want you to talk a little bit more than usual today. Take us through your journey, how you went from the foundation to inter, and especially the final that you have done such a phenomenal job. Please take us through your journey,
So,
Karthik.
so I was in Christ by 2018. So my batch was like 2018 to 2021. So I completed my foundation during my first year, my first attempt, and I completed my inter the second year, the same first attempt. By the time I wanted to go for articleship, the lockdown started, COVID lockdown. So I had to go get back to my hometown. I was not able to do articleship for another year because it was like total 1.5 years was lockdown only. Only after my college days, I was able to start articleship by 2021. So it was like already I had a delay of 1 year in my CA career. So my attempt was actually on November 23, but I skipped it because I thought I had less time to study. So I gave my attempt on May 24. So that is how my CA career went. So I got like 6 months of holidays for my CA final attempt. I got my leave from November month. I started with SFM, which is now AFM. So I took like 25 days to revise the entire portions, all the practical questions. I didn't bother about the theory by then. It's for the later part. So I did the practicals for 20 to 25 days, completely all the sums. I just marked on all those important sums, whatever I felt was a little difficult and different. After that, I was having like MCS. I didn't do MCS before that, so I had to attend MCS classes. I was not so. I mean, I didn't prep anything during the 15 days time. After that, I started with FR. FR took a lot of time. Actually, it took like more than a month, I guess. So by Jan first week, I was done with FR first division. Then I started with audit. Audit also took me like a month. So three subjects were done by Jan end. Then I had my DT and IDT to complete. I took the entire month of Feb to do both DT and IDT. So morning would be DT and evening would be IDT.
And
So
I think so. I presume it is the revisions that you're talking about, not the entire subject from scratch.
DT was like revision. IDT was the first time.
Okay.
Okay.
No, because a
So that
lot
is
of
how.
people would believe that you are finishing all the subjects in the span of 15-20 days from scratch.
No,
So
actually, SFM, no. AFM and FR was like first revision. Audit was the first time reading. DT was like first revision. And IDT was like first time reading. So by the end of Feb, I was done with all the subjects, at least for first time reading. So March month and April month was so crucial to me. So I planned to read all the subjects in a single day. So I made up a schedule. I followed to it. So it was like 2.5 hours for audit, 2.5 hours for part in a single day. I used to study around like 12 hours the month of March and April month, so that I could cover all the subjects in the span of a single day. So that is how it went. By the month of March, I was done with the second revision or a second reading. By April, I was done with the third revisions. So then I got to the exams and that is how it went.
so when you started your studies, Karthik, initial
So it was,
beginning point.
I think it was December 2021 actually. I started with SFM, then completed FR. By the time the new scheme was not announced, so I went away with audit, then completed law and costing also.
Oh my
So that
God.
is why it took, yeah, actually completed those two subjects. I didn't know the new scheme would be applicable to my
No
time.
one knew. It was a bang surprise from ICI. Now,
Yeah, sir.
so a lot of people believing that Karthik has done it in last 3-4 months. No, he started a little early, and the
Yeah.
kind of kid he is, I know because I've been with him from foundation, so I'm very much aware. So if he's saying it's easy for him, right? That is what rankers do. So their standards are generally different. He missed out on a rank in inter and foundation, so but he made it up, more than made it up in final. So
Yeah,
phenomenal
sir.
job, Karthik. 12 hours at the
Thank
end
you.
is a par for
Yeah.
12 hours at the end is a huge job. But the way you planned the revisions was very good. Now coming on to AFM, you got 82. That is a phenomenal score. Your expectations would have been little high. That is one thing. I also was thinking that you may score close to a 90, but 82 is still phenomenal. That is one
So
thing.
actually, it was the other way around, actually. I didn't expect
Oh,
this much mark in AFM actually.
okay. I was expecting close to a 90 from you.
No, actually, I was not able to complete the AFM paper actually.
Oh my
Did
God.
only 92 marks.
Hmm.
So I wrote around 92 marks. I think most of the thing what I wrote was correct. That's why I got 82.
Absolutely, because out of 92 you have written and you got 82. It's
92, yeah.
phenomenal job. It's a
Yeah.
phenomenal job, right?
Thank you, sir.
So,
Yes.
because I had hopes on certain people who would be scoring that 90 odd. So you came very close to that. And how complex did you feel the subject was and how complicated I made it, right?
No, your teaching actually made it easy. The practical part. Theory, it was like I spent only 2 days to do AFM theory, but I was not so good at theory, and I think I fell short to 82 because of theory in AFM. The practical part was easy actually. Even the paper was easy. I felt it was easy. So
Hmm.
everything was complex about AFM.
Uh, no, because generally when I'm teaching, I do a lot of proofs which are not there at all in the book.
That was useful, sir. Actually, I could remember the formulas. Actually, it was helpful. Actually,
No, because the current generation, the younger generation, your juniors find it very tough to deal with me. Right? You are a pre-COVID student. The post-COVID students find it very tough, stating that sir goes into an extreme depth. But I feel that is something which is required when you go on to
yeah,
job
yeah, sure, sir. Yeah,
application.
that is
Yeah.
helpful.
Yes. So overall, what would be but two another questions that I would like to say.
Yes, sir. Yeah, sure,
One,
sure.
tell us your ground level, how your parents felt, because that is something that we really strive for, and that is what we are here for actually, because we are affecting our near and dear ones to a very large extent when you gain such kind of a feat. So, what was their reaction to your rank and your friends, how they react?
Completely proud, sir. Completely proud. Completely proud. So I actually cried because they felt. I mean, they were so proud of me. I don't know. I don't know how to say, but they felt so proud, sir. Yeah,
It would have been an absolute emotional roller coaster, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, yes,
Uh,
sir.
because I remember when you delayed the attempt, I wrote a message to you. I still have it that you are delaying the attempt, but you will get a rank for that. So, and you made sure and you said, yes, sir, I'll give it a try. I still remember that message. So, you made every bit of that 6 months delay count.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Phenomenal. Second thing, now you have to speak, Karthik, and I won't be speaking much. Is your advice to the upcoming attemptees as to how they should go about in CA final? Some bit of a brief and some of your tips and tricks.
Okay, sure. So I would be saying the first thing is don't be overconfident. So what happened was during my first exam, the FR paper, I was too overconfident. I was sitting the entire exam day. I didn't study a bit on that exam day. I was talking to my friends over the phone. I didn't study the entire day. Only after entering the exam hall, I saw the person before me having a calculator. Only then I realized I forgot my calculator in my home.
Oh
So I
my
have to,
God, did you did that?
yeah,
Seriously?
actually, yes, yes, yes.
Oh my
So I had to run back to the
goodness.
staff room. I had to beg them for a calculator. And only after that, 10 to 15 minutes after the exam started, they gave me a calculator. The calculator was completely different than my usual one. The keys were different. So
Oh,
it delayed me a bit during my exam. So I was not able to complete the FR paper also. I wrote around 90 marks in FR paper.
hmm,
So I need people to be not to be overconfident actually. Though you know 100 things, there will always be 101st thing which you will be forgetting.
absolutely.
So don't
And
be overconfident.
I'm opening the Karthikeyan's mark sheet because yesterday when I was taking Shreyal's interview, I messed it up. I didn't open the mark sheet. I was not aware about her marks in AFM. Karthik, despite the calculator drama that has transpired, which he didn't told me, which he's telling now live, he has scored 61 in FR despite the bad attempt. Right?
Yeah.
So that is
Okay. So
phenomenal. After things not going your way, you have still got an exemption in FR that is huge.
thank you very much. That was a horrible day for me. The first thing is being overconfident. The second thing is writing practice. I was too arrogant to admit that too good at writing, but was not. I didn't help me in that case. The last time I wrote a written exam was like in my college days, 3 to 4 years back. After that, I haven't written a written exam. So I thought to give mock test paper. I was not able to. So by the time I wrote three-fourths of the paper during my FR exam, my hands started trembling. I couldn't complete the page. Only after like 3 to 4 pages, it was normalized. I couldn't write it actually.
I'm a huge
So due
advocate of practicing exams, previous papers, and I've told everyone that practice and practice and practice your
Yeah, I did
muscles.
practice, but only in the rough format, not in the exam format.
Exact exam format is necessary because your muscles, your brain,
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
should get aligned.
I get it, sir. Yes, yes. I regret it actually, but it was what happened in my FR exam. So was not able to complete my FR exam. I mean, the entire 100 marks. I only did like 90 marks. So because of being overconfident and because of not the lack of writing practice, I wasn't able to complete my FR paper. The next thing was SFM paper. I mean AFM. So I had to prove this AFM because FR I didn't do it to my satisfaction. So I thought I had to prove it's an AFM. And the paper was easy actually. So what happened was I saw for AFM revision, the first time revision, I saw all the questions, all the practical sums. I only marked those sums which were different, star mark. And during my second and third revision, I only do those things, those questions which I felt a little difficult. Back in exam, what happened was all the sums was easy. Those sums I haven't marked during my second and third revision. So I thought was like, this is CA final. The questions might be difficult, should be difficult. So what I thought was this will be difficult. So you have to analyze each question, each step before we are going to start the answer. So that is a mistake which I made because those answers were literally easy, so easy. But my mind, I made it so complicated. It took me so much time for each question that I was supposed to take. So ultimately, I was not able to complete the entire paper, the entire
You
100
you
marks.
missed another maybe 5 to 8 marks easily out there.
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Because the thing is that generally for our audience, let me tell you that star mark questions are those questions which in my lectures I used to say that they are very weird and out of the box. So that is what Karthik was talking about over here, the star mark questions. But still, despite making that cautious move, you scored 82, and that is, I think, so your highest score among all the subjects. So
Yes, sir.
a
Yes. I'm
phenomenal
grateful
thing.
for that actually. Yes.
Uh,
So
so
next was like audit. Audit did pose me a much problem because audit, how I prepared was Jan month, it was the first time I prepared for audit. I mean, the first time revision. And after that, it took me the entire month of Jan to complete audit, first time reading. The next 3 months, I never skipped a day which I didn't study audit, where I didn't study audit. At least 3 hours a day, I was doing audit for the rest of the 3 months. So that's how I was able to memorize things in audit. And that's how I prepared, I mean, gave my
that
paper
is
well. It
an
was well.
absolute trick, guys, because audit, everyone that I know has one way or the other faced trouble in audit. And this guy
Yes.
has got 73 in audit. I have opened his results. So this trick is read audit every day before the exam. So super, super hack over here by Karthik. Take us through further, champion.
The fourth paper was a DT. DT was not also, it went well actually. I didn't pose any problem for me DT. It went smoothly. I expected the same marks, around 70 to 80. I got the same. So it wasn't a problem for me. Then coming to IDT, out of the all papers, I felt IDT was a little bit difficult to me. The questions are so specific actually from nook and corners of the book. I felt it was a little difficult, but ultimately it didn't pose a problem for me. It improved my rank actually. So IDT went smoothly. And coming to the last paper, IBS.
Hmm.
IBS, I think I prepared for around a week. All those case studies which ICA gave, I prepared for only those case studies. And I mean, after doing like 3 revisions, you should be knowing wherever things are, the book for all the 5 subjects. You know where the questions are, where the topics are. So that is how I went there. It didn't pose what to say, didn't pose a threat to me, that sixth paper. It went filled.
And he scored the second highest in that, that is 80. So
Yeah.
that is a phenomenal job over here. That paper is easy, but still you need to write it. You need to plan it out. You just can't
Yes.
be absolutely unprepared and expect things to go your way. So Karthik, that is a wonderful advice from All India 28th rank. Karthik over here telling us his secret sauce and how he phenomenally performed, and 82 in AFM. I just came to know now that you were expecting a little less, but I think we have done a phenomenal job. You and me put
Yes.
together. I have done my teaching part decently well. That you scored highest in your subject, right? And we had another student. I think so. She was again in video lecture. Sheil also did 33rd rank. So they are pretty close, 5 ranks behind Karthik. So amazing job, Karthik, over here. And
Thank you, sir.
thank you for telling our viewers as to how you have prepared each subject, what went through. And the surprise element was that I am also not aware that you didn't took your calculator on the FR day.
Yeah, sir.
Otherwise, I would have given you an earful on that day. How on earth a person can go to
Sorry.
the FR paper without the
Correct.
calculator?
Not too overconfident. People shouldn't do that. So
Absolutely. So it's a great piece of advice. So we'll tell bye to Karthik from this meeting and wish him best of luck for his future endeavors in
thank
life.
you, sir.
Karthik,
Thank you, sir.
Tata,
Bye,
bye
sir.
bye.
Bye.
God bless.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.